Hello, everybody. Today I want to talk about getting points as efficiently as possible in Era. Obviously, in any game that you play, there's a victory condition you're going for, and you're trying to create that victory condition as quickly and as easily as you can. And in Era, that happens to be the progress points. You just want to make them as fast as you can. Now, obviously, that's a oversimplification of the situation, but that's the angle we're going to be looking at today. So, when you look at a card, it's helpful to consider the cost, the real cost you're paying per progress point. So, in the case like the Final Launch card here from the Space Age deck or Space Race deck. 20 divided by 3 is, roughly 7 points. And it pains me when I see players only playing this card, spending turn after turn, getting their resources ready, and then finally just dropping this card without having a plan for how to bring in Moon Landing. Moon Landing is not something you should be floundering for, soon after you've played Final Launch. You want to really incorporate this into the strategy of this card because it's not just because it gives points, but because it makes this card set here cheaper for each point that you're given. So before, if you just play this card, you're getting each progress point for 7 apiece. But if you bring this into play, now you've paid essentially 23 resources for 5 progress. And that comes down to, maybe a cost of 4 per progress point, which is far, far better. Another way you can look at this is the effective cost that you're playing in order to get points. So if you're playing the Ice Age deck and during the game you played these two Neanderthals and you played these cards to protect it, well, your cost for these points wasn't just 2 and 4. It wasn't just 6. It's all of this. So you were paying, let's see, so 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 6, 14. So 14 resources you've spent to get and protect 2 progress tokens. So you were paying 7 effectively per progress symbol. So you're going to have to determine whether you think that's a good deal or not. But if this was an Ice Age game that I was playing, I might think I'm leaning towards having spent a little too much. Either I need to play more Neanderthals or I've played this too safely and therefore I'm not getting the most out of it. So another thing is, never look at cards in isolation. You might look at this card, for example, and say, oh, it costs 1 for, 1 progress point. Fantastic. That looks great. Well, not really, because it requires a B key. So you have to have the Wright brothers in play first, which costs 4, before you can play the flyer. So really, your first progress point is costing you 5. And of course, if you were to take that cost of 10, the flourish cost, divided by 2 progress points, those are costing 5 as well. So each of these progress points is costing you 5. So it's just a helpful thing to consider so that you can play the game as efficiently as possible. Thanks for watching.